now tuned in. The most talked about podcast in the country. DT, unfiltered and uncensored. Now here's your host, DT.
Yo, it's your boy DT from DT's Unfiltered Uncensored, live here on YouTube and Twitch. And right now I got today a special show. Is my college commitment show. Basically what I'm doing, and I have guests on here, talk a little bit about their high school, middle school, early years, and their sport and what they decide they want to pursue and take their collegiate basketball career or football or baseball, whatever sport they doing, wherever they want to go play at, we're going to talk about that. So right now, I have someone I've known for quite a bit of time, for, good God, 4 years. Drove me bananas so many years. I coached this kid and him. Well, he's not a kid no more because he's actually 18 years old. But I don't coach this young man for many, many years. And I am so proud and beyond thrilled to see what he has developed to as a player from the first day I met him to now. And I want to welcome to the show my man, Harrison. Welcome to the show, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Coach. My name is Harrison Boadu, class of 2023. Like Coach said, I've been with him for 4 years. He's a great guy, definitely my mentor. He's taught me many things in life on the basketball court, off the basketball court. And, I'm just excited to continue this podcast and let everybody know where I'm going.
Hey, man, well, thank you once again for being on the show and stuff like that. I look forward to getting to know a little bit. I know a lot about you, but letting the world know a little bit about your background, where you started from, where you got to, and where you're going next and stuff like that. So, Harrison, or Harry, as we call him, let's talk about your early years.
Mm-hmm.
What made you start playing the game of basketball?
Okay, that's a good question. So, really, to be honest, I've been playing since I was like 3 years old. YMCA rec leagues. I was really a soccer kid when I was young. My dad, he's from Africa. All they play over there is soccer, and he put me on the soccer like till I was like in 6th grade. That was like my main sport, my favorite sport. And then I don't know what happened. I think it's just because the area I was living in, everybody was playing basketball, so I wanted to be like everybody else. So I started playing basketball. I started falling in love with it, and now it's my main thing.
Got you, man. So you started playing basketball at 3 years old. You played soccer first, which is something I didn't know. See, I'm learning something new. I didn't know you was a soccer player at first.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought baseball. To be honest, I thought you played baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah, you just look like you played baseball. But now you play basketball. When do you think you start taking basketball serious? Because some people they play it just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people they play it, but they don't take it serious to a certain, like, people don't take it serious until they get high school. Some people middle school. Some kids are 5th grade. They start taking it serious. I'll be honest with you. I don't really think kids really take stuff serious. They parents take it serious.
Yeah.
They don't take it serious. Their parents force them to take it serious. But when did you know in your heart that you want to take basketball serious?
So that's actually a great question because I kind of have a long answer to that. So I would say starting in middle school, right? 6th grade, my first year at AAU, I was playing rec. Before that, I didn't really know what was going on because it's a big jump because rec, you playing kids that don't play basketball, and then to go to AAU, you playing kids that nationally ranked, they're way taller than you, way bigger than you. And it was definitely a setback. So it took me a while to adjust. And going into my freshman year, at Brookwood, I say I was taking basketball serious, but I wasn't. I say confidence was my main thing because I really just wasn't the type of player to just want to play like myself. I really just let everybody play that game. So when COVID hit, it was kind of rough. I wasn't really hooping as much.
Let's not jump to COVID yet. Let's not get on that. But
Okay,
let's just talk about when you start taking it serious. Let's get that.
Okay, I got you. Okay. So just a quick answer to that, I'll just say really like middle end of the season last year for junior year, because that's when I started. I'll say that's when I really started like taking weightlifting serious, taking my diet serious, working out every day, playing basketball every day. Going with my trainer 3-4 times a week. Is really just. I say that's really when it went to another level.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I didn't see that's another. I did not know you
Yeah.
took it. I thought it was much earlier, but see, that tells me a lot. So it was during my time frame when you started taking it serious, which makes me feel a little bit better. Feel good.
Yeah, it was really just like a mental block. I feel like I had, because like I've been so used to like being on the court and letting other players do the job. You know what I'm saying? And then situations happened where I put myself in a position where I had to be the main guy. So I had to start, and it truly made me realize that I have the potential to be that main guy. So
Right. So let's jump to your freshman year. Freshman year, ninth grade year. We're not talking about high school. We're talking about AAU. You show up to my trials, which I think you found out about my trials through social media. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you show up to my trial. You tried out for my team. I know you had other teams. I know you had is it Delk? What's his name? What's it?
Tony Delk.
Tony Delk. You had other teams possibly you could have played for,
Yeah.
but you decided to play for the Living Legends Elite, which was originally one of my brand, my baby. I started and created. What made you choose my team over other teams?
To be honest, it was really just like the environment. Just I knew immediately off rip that it was just gonna be just a great place where I could build relationships with people and players and coaches like you, like talking to you, talking to teammates like Nick Jr. Everybody. It was really just like I knew that it wasn't gonna be a place where I didn't feel like myself.
Okay, cool. So we started out. We had a freshman year. I had two teams at a time. I think we started out practicing. We had a hot start because we would use the practice in the gym. We were looking good. We were gelling together, and then COVID hit, and it took a setback. What do you think when COVID hit? What do you think COVID did to your game at that time? Because at that point, I'm being honest, we always, when you first came to trials and you came to, we said, oh, he's a 3-point specialist. Oh, he could kill it because you were like knocking down threes. Nobody was stopping you. What you think COVID did to your game?
So COVID really made me realize that this is what's going to separate the great players from the mediocre players. And I was a mediocre player at the time. And I was just playing basketball like every now and then, going outside, maybe shooting a couple baskets. Really just I was staying up late playing video games. I wasn't really thinking about getting better. And I think it was just because COVID really especially when it first started, it really just like kind of took my motivation away. And it made me feel like there's nothing I can do, so there's no point in doing anything. Let me just chill until it's all over with. I mean, I wish I could have had a different mindset back then, but things happened, and it definitely caused me to have a decrease in my game, my performance.
Well, I'm gonna say, I'll tell everybody this: COVID helped me out a lot. Even though it was a bad thing, helped my team out because it put us in a different situation. I was able to pick up different players on my team that I originally would never have had. I made different relationships. So I always thought it was a good and bad with COVID. I know the only thing is I think we had a rough AAU season that year because we came out there, we tried to do tournaments in June, and we just didn't look like a team. And at that time, you were the same height too as well, and then you shot up there. I don't know how that happened, but
I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what? That after that year, it was a real rough year, and I know I was like on pins, like who I'm going to bring back to the team the following year because I felt like okay, I need to rebuild and just start back over with a whole new group and
Yeah.
just keep a certain number of people. And I remember going through the list of the players on the team. Like, okay, I'm not keeping them. Nope, nope, nope. And I know I was Nick. I was definitely working with Nick, and I didn't at that stage. I'm gonna say we I wasn't 100% sure with you because like your game had dropped. We know your game had dropped, and it wasn't like what it was. And I said I don't know. And Junior was the one who said, "Man, you got to bring back. You got to bring back Harris. You got to
My
bring back
boy.
Harris.
Yes,
You got
sir.
to bring back Harris." He the one said you got to bring back Harris, and I said he said Harris is going to get better. It's going to get better. You got to look at COVID, and I was like, you know what? And then I said. Junior said, then me and Harry like boys. He's like, I talk to him all the time. I got a good relationship with him. I was okay. I'm bringing back then. That's when I think your 10th grade year is when our relationship bloomed and got
Yeah.
better. I think that's what
Yeah.
it because I don't think we really talked as much on 9th grade. We talked, but we really didn't.
It was really just like a coach,
Yeah.
like player relationship. Nothing really.
And see, I think in your 9th grade year, I think I talked to Nick and Trey more. I know I talked to Nick more than anybody, but Nick and Trey. And I felt like that's who I had to bond with. And I didn't feel like I had that with you and a few other players, so I just didn't realize. Okay, cool. But Junior said no, bring him back, and then
Yeah.
DJ too. I had that bump with DJ.
Yeah. DJ too. Yeah.
Yeah. So after the next year, we came back. How did you feel about your game your sophomore year playing AAU? Because that's the year when I think I still had two teams, I had the 9th grade team and the 10th grade team at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you think about your game at that stage?
Okay, so um, we were still we were still in lockdown, right?
No, not really. But we just it was still precaution on a lot of things. So that's the
Yeah.
year when I'm not mentioning I had a player join my team from somewhere else who drove all the way here. So I'm not gonna mention no names and stuff on that. But that's when we had a great season. We had a
Yeah.
great season on 10th grade year.
So that's when I grew a lot from like 5'6" to like what, like 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah.
I really thought, I don't know. I think I was still kind of the same player, like I was still going through the motions. I kind of thought I was such a nonchalant player. That's a good way to put it. I was such like a oh, I'll go on the court, I'm gonna get some buckets. I might not get some buckets. It is what it is. But I say as a team though, we was great. We was great as a team. We was winning. We was performing at high levels. But just me personally, it was like I knew that I wasn't where I was supposed to be. But it's the love that I have for everybody and for you and all the guys that's the reason I didn't think anything of it. That's the reason I was still with y'all. Now I was continuing to be with y'all.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your 11th grade year, I didn't think you was coming back. I never told you that.
Yeah,
I didn't think you
I
was
think you
coming
told me
back.
that.
Yeah, I did. I tell you that.
I think you did.
Okay, I didn't think you was coming back. From the conversation I had with your mom, it seemed like you was up in the air. Y'all was kind of up in the air about coming back your 11th grade year.
Yeah.
And I think I told Junior, I said, I don't think Harris coming back next year. He said, nah. I said, I don't know. And then I think it was like November of 2021, which it was because that was your November. That's when Nick told me Harris coming back, coach. I said, he is, and we talked. We had a Harris definitely coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I was like, okay. I was like, because I had told me and Nick got on the phone. We talked. I said, Nick, he's like, who you think coming back next year? I said, and he said, who do you want to come back next year? I said, well, I would like to have the whole team come back because that's when I was going to. We combined with Zaytoven and we started Zaytoven Elite. And I said, I want the whole team come, but I want to make sure I have the right players on this team because I said we under Zaytoven brand. So I said I want to make sure it look good. And that's when Nick told me that you was coming back.
Yeah.
Okay. Your last year playing for me, your 11th grade year, which was going into your 12th grade year.
Yeah.
How did it feel finishing last couple of tournaments off with you could say your brothers because y'all been there from the beginning and you
Yeah.
wrapping the season. You knew that probably the last time y'all play on the court together. How was that for you?
It was great. It was a great experience. But as you know, my injury, it was such a setback.
Yeah,
Uh,
that year was definitely a setback because you only played literally, I think, less than half the season.
yeah, because when my rib got messed up, it was literally like the worst thing. Because I remember before the season, because like I was saying earlier, how I was starting to take basketball serious. That's when I was really starting to, weightlift, eat right, train a lot, and I really thought that was gonna be my year. And then injuries happened, had to sit out like what 2 months or like a month or something like that. And then it just it was hard to it was just hard to get back into it after that. But but yeah, but other than that though, finishing with my brothers, it was definitely a great experience. We had so many memories I'll never forget. Out of state tournaments, those were the best. Yeah, it's I'll never trade it for anything. Yeah,
Of
so it was,
course,
it was definitely a great experience
of
for
course,
sure.
y'all almost getting us kicked out of the hotel room. Of course, y'all won't forget that. How many times I got kicked out of the hotel for y'all running through the hotel acting crazy? So let's jump over to high school season. Your
Yeah,
freshman year, y'all had a pretty good, decent season at Brookwood. Then, of course, that's when you came to the team. Boom, boom, boom. COVID hit.
yeah,
Y'all kind of set back. Next year, I don't remember y'all 10th grade year really being as predicted. I know schools were still iffy about a lot of things your 10th grade
yeah.
year.
I don't
Um,
really count 10th grade year. It was just we was barely going to practice. It was kind of all over the place.
so then you started to feel some way about your development and your growth at Brookwood. So let's talk about that because we had a
Yeah,
conversation about this.
yeah. So junior year, we got a new coach. Um, he was a good coach, and I give him respect because he was he pushed us, and he knew that we wasn't just Brookwood as a whole. And him coming from Wheeler, it was really just he wanted to keep the same standards. So he worked us so hard, and just me personally, it was a new experience for me, and I was never like that was the hardest I've ever worked in my life. Just the workouts he would put us through, and but before he came, I had full confidence that I could be a main guy on the team. And then as the season started to progress, as you started to get new players, it kind of just like I kind of was just like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. Am I where I need to be? I thought I was, but now it's kind of looking like I don't know. So that's why I ended up leaving, and now I went to Northview. It was just better.
And yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I was behind a lot of that because we had conversations. And I said, let's find the perfect school. Then when you told me your mom lived in Northview, and I started making calls to Northview to find out. And then your mom made calls, and boom, it happened. You moved over there to a spot that you was on varsity, that you got playing time. And tell me, how was that experience?
Nah, so it was great. When I first got there, um, a great group of guys. Um, it was definitely different than Brookwood, just because there was a smaller school, and it just sports in that area isn't as like competitive. So it was just way different. And it definitely put me in a better position, just because I knew what it took to get to a certain level, the level I had to get to, and the level that I wanted everybody else to get on. And I knew that it was just gonna work out for me because I knew that I had to be a leader. But junior year though, we kind of already had a team together. But no, we were solid. We lost in the first region game, I think. Um, but it was kind of rough. I kind of knew the guys already though, just because I live in that area already, so it wasn't really there was really no like uncomfortableness. It was good. But since I did come late, it was kind of like my play style. I couldn't really play my game. I kind of just let them do their thing. But I was still getting touches and everything though, so it was definitely better than what I had at Brookwood. But yeah, it was definitely great. And as soon as season ended, junior year, I remember talking to one of my teammates, and this was like right after the season ended, and he was like, okay, let's set a goal. We're gonna push each other to go to the gym every day. We're gonna lift weights. We're gonna get right, and we were really consistent. Like we was going every day. I was eating like 3,000 plus calories a day. I was doing everything. I was running. I was waking up early in the morning, and then like we was talking about, then my injury hit, and it kind of just went downhill after that. And then yeah, but yeah, I'll say going to Northview was definitely a great decision, especially for my senior year.
Okay, so you got to play your senior year. You started on the senior team. You had some pretty good games. I know y'all didn't finish the way the season is, like the 1 and 2, but you played games. You won some games that you weren't supposed to win. So hey, it was a pretty good season. Let's jump real quick to let's look at who your training and your development. Because when you first started out, you wasn't as aggressive or as quick. Your lateral quickness wasn't as quick as it was.
Yeah,
And I mean, you had conversation multiple about this, like what I told you what I think you want, what I think you should do, which I commend you on taking my advice
yeah,
because you took my advice, and to me, I feel like you are a whole different player from ninth grade. Definitely huge is a totally different player from your ninth grade year to now.
yeah. I agree. I agree. Way different play style. Like way different.
Right. Um, who do you give credit to the training and development?
Um, a lot of people actually. Um, you most definitely. You had a big role as far as like letting me know what I needed to do, getting me with the right people. You introduced me to Coach Eric. You know, I've been with him for like 3 years now. Best basketball trainer I've had ever. You introduced me to the fast training. It was fast training, right?
Yeah.
And they definitely got me right before the season. Um, and it's just um, it's really them three. Well, it's really just you and Coach Eric, to be honest, because you know you pushed me. You tell me you told me the right things, and you put me in the right shoes to excel and be the best version of myself. And Coach Eric, you know, he's just one of those trainers that he really cares about your development, and he really put me in a position where I could be the best version of me. And I feel as if he definitely did that. We still got work to do though, but most definitely he put me in a great position.
Right, right. All right, man. Well, yeah, definitely. Like I told you, that speed and agility thing was your one thing. I said you get better at that. I said, Harry, you could go to a whole nother level. I said,
Yeah, that helped a lot.
I told you the main thing. It wasn't your shoot. I said it was your ball handling because you can handle the ball, but it was so slow. I said you got to
Yeah,
pick up the handles and your speed and agility. If you get that down pat, I say you definitely. And you 6'5" now. So I mean,
yeah,
come on now. You could
yeah,
be you play the 1 and 2 easily on that.
yeah.
Let's jump to your college recruitment. Um, so what was it like to get your first offer when you found out?
It was actually kind of crazy. So I was talking to a good amount of colleges before that, and this college, Northland Technical Community College, um, it's actually kind of crazy because what happened was the coach had followed me on Twitter that same day, and then we just went to the messages and we was talking for a little bit, and then he just said, "Okay, I'm gonna give you a quick little call," and then this was like maybe 30, 45 minutes after he had followed me because I remember seeing it and I was just like, "Oh, okay, yeah, let's spark up a conversation." He was like, "Okay, I'm gonna give you a call, man." We had like a 25-minute conversation. We were just really talking about what JUCO offers people, what they do, where they're at, how he's going to develop players, stuff like that. And I was basically just telling him, I was like, "Hey, coach, you know, I'm ready for the opportunity. Um, and the opportunity is really all I need." And then he said the words. He was like, "Okay, this is a official offer, you know." And so as soon as I hung up, or as soon as we hung up, I had to let everybody know. First person I called was my sister. She didn't answer because she was in class, but I had texted her, and she was like really ecstatic about it. And then the second person I called was my mother, and she was shocked because just for the fact that this college, like I literally was speaking to them for like not even an hour yet, and they had already offered me, and it was kind of like my mother, my mother was like, "Wow, like you've been talking to these other schools, they haven't really mentioned the word offer, haven't really been strong yet, but this school just straight up offered you." And she was like, "Oh, like I want to cry, but it's like this is so shocking, you know." But she was ecstatic. She was screaming. I was screaming. I couldn't stop smiling. I was probably smiling for like 2 hours straight because I was just like, man, like it's a reality now. The fact that I can play in college, and I was just so grateful in the moment because all the hard work I knew it led up to it, you know. So yeah, to get my first offer was definitely a great moment.
Okay, so let's talk about some of these other offers you got. Talk about the other schools real quick. Let's go through them. That's one you went through. Let's go through the other four real quick.
Yeah, so I could talk about the other JUCO first. D2 JUCO up in Oregon, Pendleton, Oregon. I remember they was my last offer actually, and I talked to the coach. You know, he was a cool guy. Um, he was a cool guy. Was talking to him, talked to the head coach a little bit. He was talking to me about the program. Um, they're the farthest college though that offered me, being in Pendleton, Oregon. And when I saw the fact that they were that far away, it was at first it was like I was like, wow, like that's far.
I know you weren't gonna drive there.
Nah, no, nah, most definitely not. What? My car's staying here. I can't do that.
Well, you'll be driving for days.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
that's like a 3 4 day trip, maybe a week trip, to be honest. But yeah, they offered me, um, and that was my last offer. So it was kind of funny because I remember telling my mother, um, and at that point she kind of wasn't as surprised anymore. She kind of just knew that the offer was gonna start rolling in, and it all just worked out, and it was really cool. The three other colleges, Alfred State, Elms College, Framingham State. Those were the three colleges that I spoke to first. Um, and those three colleges were I had planned visits with them. So went to Alfred State first, and that's in Alfred, New York. It's kind of it's not near New York City though. It's like a cool little
Suburbs in New York.
nah. It's by Canada.
Okay.
It's like right by Canada, like literally right by Canada. After the visit, we went to Niagara Falls, and Canada was literally right there. So it was kind of like, you know, but yeah, there was a good school, kind of small. Um, it was pretty chill. It was a great visit though. I got to meet the guys, got to meet the coaching staff. You know, walked around the campus. It was a beautiful campus. It had a beautiful weight room. It was like a new weight room, and it was good looking. And I got to play with the guys. And yeah, the team was solid. And yeah, that was the first visit, pretty good. And they basically threw the offer in there. And then second visit was Framingham State, and they're up in Massachusetts. They're by Boston. Well, they're not in Boston, but they're like 20 minutes away from Boston. And Framingham State, it was a great visit as well. Love the coaching staff. The surprising thing about Framingham State compared to Alfred State is we actually didn't. I actually didn't even like meet the players or like play with them or anything like that. Get a workout in. It was which I was kind of surprised by it. I thought I was gonna play basketball there for like a little bit, maybe get a little workout in. But nah, it was really just the coaches the whole time. They was really just focused on me and just really letting me know that athletically and academically and just what I can learn as a whole, while I'm becoming a young man, just what I got to do to get to the next level, and why Framingham State could be a great fit for me. So it was definitely a great visit. And then they threw the offer in there. And then my last visit was Elms College. Elms College was also in Boston. I mean, not Boston, Massachusetts. It was in a Chicopee or Springfield, something like that. It was like an hour away from Framingham State. But yeah, it was a nice college. They were a Catholic school. They were probably the chillest school because when I went, they didn't have school that day, and it was pretty quiet. But as far as Coach Saldaw, he was a funny guy. You know, he was making jokes. You know, he was a cool guy. Talked to him for a little bit, walked around campus, met some of the guys. They was working out and stuff, and then we had like a 30-minute conversation. It was me, my mother, and him, and he was just talking to me about like he was just asking me questions about like, you know, who's my mentor, you know, what are some things I want to accomplish at this level, and it was just a good conversation about where he could see me fitting in his program and all that, and then they threw the offer in there, and then that was the end of the visits, and then now we're here.
So that's the school your mom was telling me about. She said, yeah, you had a conversation with one of the coaches, and he asked you who your mentor is, and you mentioned me.
Oh.
I'm proud. She told me that. She said, yeah, he talked about you, and I smiled real hard. I said, really? She said, yes. I like, okay. Made me feel good. I know, but it felt good that I actually have contributed to your success.
No, you had a big contribution.
And it just I get happy about it. Like you, Nick. I'm proud of both of y'all. Like seriously, I'm so proud of both of you guys.
Yes,
you get to play what you want. You get to do what you want to do at the next level. But this is about you. So let's finish this up. So you got 5 offers.
Yeah.
You went through them. You talked about all of them. We had a conversation. I gave you my opinion on where I think you should go. Your mom gave her opinion. I'm assuming sister, everybody chimed in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was a good thing that your mom said that before you made a decision, you did want to talk to me, which it was another good thing. So I said it made me feel love. It made me feel cared. A lot of people don't realize stuff like it's a small thing. It's always the small things. And when your mom told me that, I'm like, really? Yeah, he wanted to talk with you first before he made a final decision. And I kind of was pulling for the school that you decided to go to because I like what you told me. It was just your messages when you text me. I felt it just gave me a shiver. It made me like, okay, Harry's happy here. Harry's happy, and I'm with this. So Harry, so you had 5 offers.
Yeah.
You made your decision.
Yep.
Where have you decided to take your talents to?
All righty. This is the time we've been waiting for, right?
Yeah, this is the time we've been waiting on.
All right. So for the next chapter of my life, let me just get straight to it. I'll be continuing my academic and athletic career at Framingham State University. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Go Rams.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. We see where Harrison taking his talent to. This man, that's amazing, man. Congratulations once again.
Yes, sir.
I'm so excited for you. I'm gonna tell y'all coaches, if you're watching this, when he texted me about it, he was enthused about the conversation, how it went. And when he told me, I told him, Harry, that's the school. As soon as I said, this is the school, you got to choose this. I know he was like, I got other visits, but the way your text message came by, I know you can't read emotions into text message, but I know you as a person. So I read the emotions and I knew you was happy, like legitimately happy at this school. And I'm so excited for you to go there. Can't wait to take a visit to Boston. I'm gonna try to get up to Boston, come see you play one weekend. So, man, tell everybody what made you decide to pick. Is it or was it
Birmingham State?
Birmingham State.
You know this.
What made you choose them?
Yeah. So, um, the visit was so like it was just so wonderful, you know. Compared to the other two visits and compared to the other schools I've been talking to, Coach Morris, the head coach for Framingham, and then Coach Bouye, he's an assistant coach as well. Um, they were so like invested into me, and and they wasn't even talking about what where the basketball team is at as far as like the other players. The whole time it was just where I fit in on the team, how my role is, and how they see me being a big contributor in the next 4 years of my career and their career, and just making Framingham State building the foundation blocks for what Framingham State can be. No, they're a big football school. They're like one of the top uh, football schools in all divisions in the country or something like that. And and they're trying to get basketball like that. You know, Coach Morris and Coach Bouye, they're this is their second year, I believe, and they're really just trying to get new guys in here that can contribute off the jump just like that. And they thought I was that guy, and I definitely believe I'm that person that can do that. And it's really just about hard work and confidence. And I know my work ethic is unmatched. Um, and you know, I get in the gym every day. I make sure to do what I'm doing. Make sure I'm getting it right. And I feel as if Framingham State compared to the other colleges, it's just a great fit for me. Not even basketball wise. Um, like outside of basketball, they're a state school, so they're it's really diverse. You know, I could just tell the people there, it's people I could really mesh with. It's close to like a lot of cities, so they had Boston, they had like Chicopee, Springfield. All the arenas are close together. And me wanting to be um, involved in sports outside of basketball is really just a lot of opportunity that's there for me, especially being in the city. You know, it's just when you're in the city, it's just better. You know, there's more opportunity, and yeah, and the campus was really beautiful as well. It was very beautiful.
Got you, man. So once again, congratulations, man. I mean, you deserve everything you have received. You deserve the offers. I'm thrilled about where you came from to where you at now. Now you're going to the next level. You're going to play college basketball, and this is an amazing accomplishment because everybody
Sure.
don't get the opportunity to play at the next level. Everybody don't deserve to play at the next level, but you put so much work into it. You train all the time. You always in the gym and stuff like that. You follow direction. You listen to what people give you advice on, especially me when I told you you went and did it, and
Yeah.
I love it. So congratulations, man, once again on everything. You really deserve all this. I'm happy for you.
Yes, sir, coach. Most definitely, most definitely. I couldn't have done it without you, though, for sure, for sure.
Uh, but you have a great support system. Your mom is very supportive. One thing I loved about you, you always told your mom my favorite mom. I said
Yeah,
your mom is always. She's been my favorite mom I ever had. Never had any issues. She was always supportive. She probably showed up to more games than any other parent that I ever
yeah,
player that I ever coached on my team. I always seen her there. You could talk to her, and it's just like I love the family, love everybody. Your sister's hard on you. I used to love that when I came to your she didn't like me. She mad when you played that. So you got a great support
yeah,
system around you. Even your dad, even though I know he was hard on you sometimes, your dad he did things for you, helped you, took you there. So
yeah.
that you got a great support system around you. Do you want real quick before we wrap this up, give your shout outs or any thank yous out to people?
Um, you know, I definitely just want to thank my family. They put me in a position to where I could be successful my whole life. Um, I want to thank you, coach. You put me through through a lot as far as building me from a little kid freshman year to now where I'm at. 18 years old, about to enter college. You know, it's really just a surreal experience. And I want to thank all my trainers, Coach Eric, um, Coach Joe, Fast Training. You know, everybody that was just a part of the journey, Coach Dill, everybody that was just a part of the journey. I want to thank all of them. I want to thank all my teammates. Northview teammates, my Brookwood teammates, my Living Legends teammates, my Zaytoven Elite teammates. I want to thank everybody that was part of the journey. Even my teammates, my old teammates from JC Crew Monarchs days. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to thank everybody. Most definitely, I want to thank the man above. Without him, nothing's possible. And yeah, everybody deserves. Everybody knows who they are. That was part of my journey, and they know I'm forever grateful for them.
Hey man, well once again, I can't say it enough. Congratulations on everything that has happened for you. Like I said, I was glad I'm able to be part of your journey. I'm glad that you made it to where you wanted to be. You actually going to play at the next level, so it's amazing. Congratulations on that.
Yes, sir.
And man, I'm just looking forward to see what you do next. That's all. I just want to see what you're gonna do next. And I know it's big and better things for you out there. And it's always still part of. It's always. I know what you want to do. You want to do sports medicine, all that. Didn't you say you want to do or sports management?
Sports management, but like a sports agent, kind of the same thing.
That's still part. Yeah, combat. I got my thing going on, so it'll be bigger and better. Everything's gonna be at the next level. So
sure.
it's a spot for you. But you may be in the NBA one day. Who knows? You may be out there playing on the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Dallas Mavericks or the Milwaukee Bucks or somewhere out there playing. And don't forget about me now. And don't get into that league and then you forget who I am.
Nah, because you gonna be in that on that front row ticket seat.
Okay, I want you to make sure because I'm there gonna come out there and support you, even if you're a Laker. I come out there and support the Lakers.
You don't like Lakers?
Huh?
You don't like Lakers?
No, I ain't being no Laker fan. No, Boston is not you. Boston. That's probably that's at the bottom. You're a Boston. I come out with the green on. I ain't no Boston fan, but hey,
your Bucks struggling right now with that Giannis. So
we beat Miami. So we beat Miami. We gonna do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's 1-1 though. We're gonna see.
1-1, but we ain't gonna talk about that, sir. But once again, I say thank you for everything. I appreciate being a part of your journey. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in to watch Harrison tell everybody what he's taking his collegiate career to next. Thank you for tuning to my show. Make sure you subscribe to my channel on YouTube. That's DT Unfiltered Uncensored. Oh, coaches, if y'all listening, y'all need a social media guy, y'all need a podcast, a platform, I would love to interview your guys and have you on my show. And this is for is it Framingham? Framingham
State, Coach.
Framingham State. Yeah, I'm just making sure I say it correct. I don't want to say it incorrectly because I don't have it in front of me, so I just want to make sure I say it correctly. Framingham State. Coaches, if y'all watching this and you want to be on a platform, come on here, talk about basketball, interview the players, put you on the platform. I would love to have y'all on my show. But once again, Harris, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody watching this. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you go to my Instagram page at DT_Unfiltered Uncensored. Thank you for tuning into my show. Thank you for the support. Everybody who's watching, thank you for supporting Harrison. He's the man. He's going to this. Keep a lookout for him. You may see him in the NBA one day. May see him overseas. Either or. But Harrison, we about to sign out right here. Anything you want to tell the world before we go?
I'm gonna just look out for me. I might be somewhere one day where I didn't think it was possible. Anything is possible. I'm gonna take it day by day though, and we're gonna see where life takes me.
All right, appreciate it. But this is your boy DT. Catch you next time.
It's DT. You have just now listened to the most talked about podcast in the country. DT Unfiltered Uncensored. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time. Damn. DT.